Tonight on Mello Tv Sports, the Trinbago Knight Riders defeated the Jamaica Tallowas in the CPL semi-finals. Australia defeats England by 5 wickets in their third T20 international. And Kevin De Bruyne wins PFA Players Player of the Year award. We bowl off Mello TV Sports with cricket as the Jamaica Tallowas today suffered a third straight loss to the Trinbago Knight Riders as they failed to reach the championship match of the Caribbean Premier League after losing by 9 wickets. The Knight Riders sent the Tallowas to bat in the first semi-final at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy and restricted them to 107 for 7 from their 20 overs. Akil Hussain claimed 3 for 14 and Kyrie Pierre 2 for 29. Now the Jamaica team lost their first 3 wickets for just 10 runs before Nkrumah Bottom made a runner ball 41 with 5 boundaries. Captain Rovman Powell added 33 with 1 4 and a 6 and Carlos Brathwaite 13 not out. Lendl Simmons then made an unbeaten 54 as the home team eased to 111 for 1 with 5 overs to spare. Lendl Simmons used 44 deliveries with 6 fours and 2 sixes as he and Tian Webster 44 shared an unbeaten 97-run stand. Top wicket taker Mujib ur Rahman picked up the lone wicket for 18 runs. The unbeaten Knight Riders now await the winner of today's second semi-final between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the St. Lucia Zouks. The final will be played on Thursday. Australia maintained their top place at the top of the World T20 rankings after surviving a middle-order collapse to beat England by 5 wickets in the third T20 international today. Now needing 146 to win, the run rate was never a problem, but Adil Rashid's 3-wicket burst got rid of Glenn Maxwell, Aaron Finch and Steve Smith and left the tourists 100 for 5. Mitch Marsh dropped twice by Daweed Malan off Rashid, however, made the most of his good fortune to score a valuable 39 not out, and Ashton Agar made an unbeaten 16 to see Australia home with 3 balls to spare. England win the series 2-1, but having rested Joss Butler and left out captain Ian Morgan after he dislocated his finger in the previous game, they missed the chance of a clean sweep that would have taken them to world number 1 as they stuttered to 145 for 6, with Johnny Barstow making 55. On to netball news now. Top Jamaican goal shooter Romelda Aiken will go up against defender Shamira Sterling when the Queensland Firebirds and the Adelaide Thunderbirds come face-to-face tomorrow in the Suncorp Super Netball League in Australia. Both are statistical leaders in rebounds, with Aiken leading the league offensively with 83, while Sterling is ahead on the defensive end with 25. Aiken is second in scoring with 398 goals from 478 attempts. The Firebirds were close 54-53 winners when they met early on in the season. Also tomorrow, the struggling Collingwood Magpies, the team of Jodian Ward and Shimona Nelson, will face the Giants. The Magpies are at the foot of the table, having won just 1 of 10 games played. Now in today's play, Janelle Fowler continues her fine form as she led the West Coast Fever to a dominating 72-52 win over the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Fowler scored 55 of 58 attempts as she continues to lead the scoring charts. Also today, Kadian Dehaney had 4 intercepts, 19 penalties in 5 games as she helped her league-leading Melbourne Vixens to a 62-55 win over the NSW Swifts in the top of the table clash. We kick it over to football news now. Regional governing body CONCACAF has cancelled the World Cup qualifying games for the FIFA match windows of October or November 2020. Discussions with member associations, FIFA, and other stakeholders have seen the first round of qualifiers pushed back to the FIFA match window of March 2021. CONCACAF says many parts of the regions continue to have a very challenging public health situation, and that has been a key factor in this decision. Additionally, several countries across the Confederation have travel restrictions and quarantine requirements, which would make international football involving 13 national teams extremely difficult. Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne has won the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year award. De Bruyne beat last year's winner Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane, Jordan Henderson, and City teammate Raheem Sterling to the award, voted for by his fellow teammates. The Belgian international is the first Manchester City player to win the award since its inception at the end of the 1973-74 season. Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold won the Men's Young Player of the Year award. Manchester United and England forward Marcus Rashford won a PFA Merit Award for his work combating child food poverty. Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo became the first European man to score 100 international goals in men's football and then passed that mark with both goals in the Nations League win over Sweden. The captain curled a stunning free kick into the top corner, the 57th of his career, to reach the landmark. The Juventus forward then fired in a second from outside the box. Ronaldo, who played 81 minutes, is within 8 goals of the world record. Iran's Ali Daei, the only man to score more international goals than Ronaldo, hit 109 during his playing career from 1993 to 2006. The next top scoring current players are India's Sunil Shetty with 72 and Argentina's Lionel Messi with 70. Elsewhere, Olivier Giroud scored his 40th international goal as France defeated Croatia 4-2 in the Nations League in a repeat of the 2018 World Cup final. Chelsea striker Giroud marked his 99th cap with a penalty after coming off the bench to move just one goal behind France legend Michel Platini. Arsenal great Thierry Henry holds the national record with 51 goals. The win keeps France level on points with Portugal at the top of Group 3. Finally, in the sports news tonight, Caster Semenya has lost her appeal to Switzerland's Federal Supreme Court against the restriction of testosterone levels in female runners. Semenya is not allowed to compete in events between 400 meters and a mile without taking testosterone-reducing drugs following a 2019 rule by governing body World Athletics. Athletics' governing body brought in a rule that athletes with differences of sexual development must either take medication in order to compete in track events from 400 meters to the mile or change to another distance. Athletes with DSD have higher levels of natural testosterone, which World Athletics believe gives them a competitive advantage. The Court of Arbitration for Sport rejected a Semenya challenge against the rule last year. The Swiss Supreme Court then temporarily suspended the ruling before later reversing its decision. It meant that the 29-year-old South African, who won Olympic gold in the 800 meters in both 2012 in London and 2016 in Rio, missed the chance to defend her World 800-meter title in Doha last year, having failed in her bid to prevent the governing body's rule change. Now, the latest ruling means she will not be able to defend her 800-meter title at the rearranged Tokyo Olympics next summer. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelley and Hill.
Thank you, Christopher. And now to end tonight's newscast, here are the main points. Political analyst and talk show host Mark Wignall shot and injured in a drive-by shooting on Red Hills Road this morning. EOJ reports that the final counting of ballots for the September 3 general election is now complete for all 63 constituencies, and TAJ closes its office located at Twickenham Park, Spanish Town for deep cleaning and sanitization after a member of staff tests positive for COVID-19. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Ann Hill. Stay safe and pleasant viewing.
Jamaica Weekly, the voice of Jamaica, is Jamaica's newest and most exciting full-color tabloid newspaper, packed with news, sports, entertainment, and a whole lot more. Jamaica Weekly is free and is distributed every Thursday to businesses and consumers island-wide. Pick up your free copy of Jamaica Weekly today at major retail outlets near you, supermarkets, pharmacies, and service stations. For more information, call 876-616-3031. Jamaica Weekly. Pick up your free copy today.